First up, let's take a look at what's in my sampler. This list here gives you all of the details on the products that you receive. And remember that these samplers are not meant to be kits. They're just meant to be little bits and pieces from the newest collections from your favorite manufacturers, just so that you can try them out. And maybe if you love what you're working with, you'll go and buy the collection or a larger piece of the paper. So here are the papers. There's an exclusive acrylic there, this awesome embossing folder, and then some really amazing papers this month. How gorgeous are those? They're all double-sided, and all of these have been cut down from 12-inch by 12-inch pieces. They're super easy to layer and put on your scrapbook layouts. So that's what I'm going to create today is a scrapbook layout. So I have this picture of my daughter with that really awesome green wall called the Gruff. And we were at a restaurant called the Gruff, and it's a really cute picture of my daughter. So I want to go ahead and have kind of a natural feeling to this layout because the Three Billy Goats Gruff is what uh, the restaurant is named after. So I'm choosing kind of floral designs, and this Vicky Bouton stencil, I want to use that to spray my background. So I'm just grabbing my non-stick mat here to keep my desk nice and tidy. I'm placing the stencil where I want it on the paper, and I'm just grabbing some scrap pieces of paper. I usually use just office paper because it's pretty cheap, and my old sprays. Now, if you sprayed right now, you would see the edges of that stencil, so you definitely want to make sure you cover it up. So I'm going to use a self-healing mat on one side and some sheets of paper on the other two sides. Be sure to cover up those holes as well. So I'm going to spray with yellow and gold, so I have a bit of a metallic shine on there. And I'm going to carefully pull up my stencil, and there you go. So now that that's dry, I'm going to go ahead and add some pattern papers. And I want to put my photo in the center and have the two pieces of paper flanking them. This is an 8.5-inch by 11-inch layout, and I want the paper on the right side to be slightly bigger than the left side because the left side paper is really busy. It's a really colorful floral. And if I put too much of that paper there, it will increase the weight significantly. So I'm going to go ahead and measure that and cut it. Super pretty. I love the way this looks already with the green and the gold colors. Now on the bottom right corner, I'm going to try to match some of the extra color that I have on the left side of that pattern paper. And I'm just going through to see what I received in my sampler here. Love these journaling tags, but I really want to kind of save those for pockets possibly. And there's some really cute little border tapes in there that I definitely want to use. Now the bottom right corner is also where I'm going to be placing my title because that's kind of the only space that I left for it there. And I love this border sticker. I'm just going to try to figure out where that's going to belong. I added my journaling just below my yellow pattern paper there. I just added that in Photoshop Elements. That's one thing that I love about creating an 8.5-inch by 11-inch layout is that it's very simple to print your journaling onto that. I'm going to bump up my photo here with this dimensional adhesive that came in the sampler. And these are the new round foam adhesives by Scrapbook Adhesives by 3L. They're nice and small, so easy to put on small embellishments. So I'm just going to place my photo there and go ahead and adhere the left side pattern paper and double check to make sure that I'm lining that up correctly, because if not, you're definitely going to notice it on this design. There we go. I love how the branch design at the bottom kind of holds up the weight of that photo. So I am pulling out the field notes die cuts that I received in the sampler. I like the idea of placing that yellow flower on the yellow background because I'm color blocking. So if I put that yellow flower somewhere else, like up here on the top left or down there, it would make a lot of weight there, which would distract you from the photo. And the photo right now is really what's standing out. And I want to keep that the case. So I'm going to pop that on the yellow paper there. And then I'm going to use the Good Stuff label there to cover up that dog bowl in the photo because it was super distracting. Now this chipboard border is also from the Field Notes collection, and I'm adding that just below my journaling. And those really cool My Mind's Eye stickers, they're from the Well Hello collection. I'm putting those at the top left to kind of offset the weight. This little mushroom in the Field Notes die cuts is so cute, and I love how it is adding some green to that big swath of yellow over there. So I'm going to go ahead and add that. Put a little dimensional dot at the bottom. There we go. And I'm just looking around to see what else I have from my sampler. Now I could totally go to my stash right now and add to this, but I love that the sampler challenges me to kind of mix and match things. And that's pretty fun. Okay, on the top left there, I added the Field Notes chipboard piece, and it's kind of brownish. I tried to color in some of these watercolor stickers, but I wasn't loving the way they were looking. I think it's my own coloring that really did it. But I'm grabbing the My Mind's Eye Well Hello brads here, and I'm going to add one just to the bottom. I'm going to try to poke a hole with one tool, not successful. So I'm using my X-Acto blade to just poke a quick hole there. Just seeing if there are any other border pieces that I would like to pull out or stickers of anything. I'm not crazy about adding a moth there, so I'm going to kind of leave that sticker sheet right now. And I'm just going to flip through the papers because papers are a great way to add a little something, especially when you can fussy cut them out. These are the enamel dots from My Mind's Eye, the Well Hello collection. So I'm just popping them around where I have my embellishment right now. Now I added the other bit of that pink border to the top left there. And the Field Notes chipboard, but I'm not loving the arrangement. So I'm just going to have a play around with how to place these different chipboard and border stickers. I like the idea of putting the field notes one down here in this blank space. There we go. So that feels much better to me, much more balanced. So next, now that I have my layout complete, which I'll show you in just a few minutes, I am going to create a card. Since I have my sampler already out and on my desk, it makes sense for me just to go ahead and do that. This is going to be a super simple card. I noticed as soon as I opened up the pack that that hey sticker would be perfect for a card sentiment, especially one that's like just an everyday one that you might need to send just to give somebody a note. And I love, love, love these colors in the Well Hello collection. They're so bright and fun and energetic. So I'm just trying to flip through and get some ideas as to what I want to do. I also love the striped paper from the Field Notes collection, and it feels just as energetic as the Well Hello collection. So I think I'm going to pair those up somehow. Those llamas are so fun. So these hot air balloons are really fun, and I think that it would be awesome to fussy cut those out somehow and use this watercolor paper as kind of the background of the card because it looks like the sky. So I'm just going to trim it, place that at the top, and then that will show me how much room I have at the bottom to place another piece of pattern paper. Okay, so there's my background. And then I have this fun stripe. And I also have this bright pink pattern here. Now I just want the stripe to be just a tiny bit, like a half an inch, because that color is kind of distracting. So what I'm going to do is use the dark pink stripe only, cut it off at the bottom of the dark pink stripe, add that to the base, and then add my multicolored stripe above to kind of close that gap. So this border is going to create the perfect base to set my sentiment on. Awesome. So there's my background. I'm going to pull out this die cut that also has a brad on it, super cute. And I'm going to pull out my sentiment, the hay sentiment, and put that right on that multicolored stripe. And I'm also going to go ahead and fussy cut these last two hot air balloons that I have. Now, I love to do things in threes. So I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut out the third balloon as well. The hay sentiment is kind of being missed on that background. So what I'm going to do is just cut out a quick yellow banner, and that's going to really make that stand out on the card. just adding a couple of dimensional foam adhesive dots here, and then adhering the sentiment on. So since I want 3 balloons on the card, I'm going to have to kind of make them go off of the card a bit because they are quite large. So one of them is going to have to hang off of the card. So I'm going to push the pink one up a bit more, just so there's less pink showing. Because I already have all of the pink at the bottom of the card, then I think that's a good plan. Now on the sentiment, I think it would be awesome to add the Make It Happen. So it's kind of an uplifting card to send. And then I'm just going to pop a few enamel dots on there to call this card completely done. Be sure to check out the link in my video notes to find out all of the details about membership options for your SCT sampler. It's a box of the latest and greatest samples from your favorite manufacturers delivered straight to your door for as low as $12 per month. I love creating with it every month to make quick and easy layouts like this one here. And it's also fantastic for cards as well. Subscriptions are now open to start with the December sampler, so be sure to check out the link in my video notes today. Thanks so much and happy creating!